And welcome everybody. It's all on the screen. Moving off here, March 13th, 2015. Happy Friday the 13th again.
Yeah, that's right.
4 days
2
later.
in a row, man.
And thank you for joining in tonight on the show, where we hopefully you guys call in. Call TG Live 2, 4, 7, 8. Come on in. Join the conversation, especially if you got some topics to talk about. That's what this show's about. After our show at 10 p.m. Eastern Central Time or 7 p.m. Pacific Time, or you figure it out wherever else are in the world. Jason's going to be on with Othe Galaxies. So if you have your questions about adjudication, what's coming up with Twin Galaxies,
Color schemes
for the website, the new, questions towards the caretaker of Twin Galaxies, that's next hour. Comment on it, talk about it. He watches our show, listens in, so if you guys want to prep him for your questions, feel free and call in and we'll talk about those subjects. But of course, we're here to honor the gamers, the new scoreboard every week, new world records. I think we're getting close to about 850 submissions that have been verified. They're not all 850 world records, but 850 submissions that have been verified. That's guess what, Nick?
What?
I got my first rejection today.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
For what? Was it one of the ones I
made a little mistake.
What'd you do?
It was GP Racing 2 for Sega Genesis, and I made a typo. Of course, in the middle of the night I was doing it, and a lot of people have been guilty of it as much as not. My score was legit, but when I entered it into the database, I was off by 1 millisecond. Now, I was off the wrong way.
Oh, you up and
I was up 1 more second, but since it wasn't exactly, I rejected it too. So it got me credibility points, I guess, but that was an honest mistake.
That's actually pretty awesome.
I think Jace might talk about that later tonight, about going over canceling some of those mishaps, because that's what it really was. I didn't notice it until somebody else posted it.
Honest mistake, right?
Yeah,
supposedly.
it was. No, it was an honest mistake. So I actually have an official rejected submission.
Oh man.
So
wait a second, but like you were saying, you voted rejection on it
after somebody pointed it out to me. Yeah.
So did you get points for that?
I got points. Yeah. That's what they want to change this.
Okay, I was gonna say, because to me that seems like a scheme.
Yeah.
Or maybe you would purposely submit a score knowing that there was an honest mistake in there, and then you would reject your own score, but you would still get points towards your own.
Yeah, and people have said that on the forums to make
That is something I have never considered.
Yeah.
My God, you'd be putting a lot of effort into something you're not.
Well, there would be no purpose to do that, because you have to give up submission points to get. You have to give up 3 to get 1. It's not worth it. So I'm trying to turn it up here as much as I possibly can. Thank you for letting us know.
Oh, thanks.
Neil, if you can turn us up. People say we're kind of low here in TG Live 3. I've turned us up as much as I can from my end.
All right.
First time ever we've been accused of being too
normally
low.
we're too loud, everybody's telling us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
so
screaming. So. We can talk louder, though. I mean, that is not a problem. I know I can, at least.
So it's been a fun experience, but I got my world record count up to 330.
Dude!
Or 332 or something like that.
Nice. How many are in first place?
No, 330 are in first place world record.
Damn!
Now remember,
how many are
a lot of them, probably over 150.
Okay, that's it though?
Yeah. Well, I have all those racing ones. In terms of how many titles I have world records on, it's probably close to 40, I would say. But,
still,
yeah, there's still way more.
Dang, dude, you play a lot of video games.
No, that was in the past. I've only done a few.
How many is Sonic Spinball still one of them?
No. What? Oh, that's the fastest completion.
Oh, okay.
It's actually still there.
So.
But
are you still number 1?
Yeah, I'm fastest completion, but not in points. My very first world record was Sonic Spinball points, but that's taken away by Jared Oswald, who actually read one of the scores.
Ooh.
And that's what we're going to do now.
Speaking of scores.
So for the week of March 13th, 2015. Wow,
you just can't get into this year. I can't get it out of this year. These are the new world records verified by the Twin Galaxies database. So here we go. Here they are.
Here we go.
Coming at you. Come on, bring them on, man.
Come on,
buddy. There we go.
Go ahead.
Got Wayne Mears, Roscoe, Texas, USA. Nintendo 64, Perfect Dark. God, that game was for 64? Frightening.
Yeah.
What on?
I think that's Don in 5. It sounds like an airplane, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you, but having some trouble here. The stream itself can't hear you. Sorry about the airplane. They're having trouble hearing you. Can you turn up the volume there?
We've turned it up as much as we can.
How is it now? Is it coming through any better or no?
Probably.
Not really. I can hear it through Skype, but I can't hear it through the stream.
Okay, so yeah, it's something not on our end then, because you and me are talking through Skype. So.
Arg. Shall I continue, Mike, or no? Should I? Okay. Sorry for the technical delays. We will be. We're not going anywhere, but we're not going to finish reading Wayne's score until we get the audio problem fixed. So,
it's pretty good now. Oh, it takes 30 seconds. Okay.
Give us.
Okay. All right. Let's do it again. Let's do it again for the YouTube. This is like take 2. Everything's live.
Yes.
These are the world records for
World
March
records?
13th, 2015.
15, yeah.
Verified by the Twin Galaxies scoreboard, and you guys, the gamers as well.
That's you guys.
Here we
You're
go.
the gamers. Bring it. Bring it. Should I go?
Go ahead. Come
Okay.
on.
Got Wayne Mears, Roscoe, Texas, USA. Nintendo 64, Perfect Dark. NTSC
Oh, God.
Agents. Total time 42 minutes, 38 seconds, I believe.
Yep. Mhm.
Flat, too, man. That's not
Okay.
0 point. I'm just saying. That's
I
pretty
know. Well,
good.
that's just how the database works. Very cool game. It's kind of like I like to always call it the sequel to GoldenEye.
Yeah, it was totally the sequel.
I mean,
I can't
it's a good-
believe how old that game is.
It's
now.
not as good as GoldenEye, in my opinion.
Still
but
good, though.
Still,
Very good
still
game.
pretty good. Good job for Wayne. Like I
Yep.
said, newcomer here. Of course, champion's been around for a while. He is the Bub and Bob champion. I'm going to start
Nice.
calling him if he does some bubble bobble scores here. Sean Vincent of Sacramento, California. 34,197,300 points for Bub's move on the SNES. Good run, awesome run, great run. He's got another one in the bank that I watched the other day. It's something like 62 billion or something because the game just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you keep getting even more points.
Dang.
He did like one shot that got him 10 billion points. Because every time you add a bubble,
You
it's
sure
like multiplier.
Billion?
Yes, 10 billion.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
not
always happy
verified
with
yet.
like 14 million.
It's
That's
not
like a good
verified yet.
score.
Yeah.
Damn.
Congratulations
Congrats,
to him.
man. Got Rudy Ferretti from Las Vegas, Nevada. The TurboGrafx 16 Splatterhouse, 782,700 points. Nice job, Rudy. Also, I know we've talked about this game before, and people have
People have beaten his score. And he's
absolutely
beating it back.
But he beat it back, and I mean, as I've mentioned multiple times, incredibly difficult game. Fun game, great game.
Fun game.
Usually, it's fun too because it always takes me less than 5 minutes to play it. Which is always a good game in my bet.
Yep.
If I can spend 5 minutes or less, that is a good video game.
Good video game.
Definitely.
So you like Rock Band.
Absolutely, yeah.
Congratulations to George Riley of El Donto, California, USA. Arm wrestling on MAME, 605,450 points. Did you know this was like a sequel to Punch Out from the arcade? Have you ever seen it?
I've seen this game. I had no idea it was supposed to be a sequel to Punch Out.
I mean, it's the same setup with the 2 monitors and stuff. It'd be
Yeah.
cool. I would like to see the arcade setup of it. I mean, it'd be probably, I know it's not as good, of course, as Punch Out, excuse me, but very cool score. I think he doubled the world record name there. Congratulations to him.
I think Paul Bull actually makes an appearance in arm wrestling. He's like the masked guy, and then he pulled off his mask as Paul Bull or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome. I had no idea.
I had no idea about that either. Yeah.
Oh, we got William.
Cool. Came across your desk.
Yeah, I like that, man. Pretty cool paper.
Yeah,
I wish
came
I had
across
the
your,
paper. It
this
did.
came across your
That's
desk,
the
not my
first bit of
desk.
information that's come across my desk.
I
That's
know.
kind of nice. I got William Michael Dietrich, Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's the Xbox 360 Live Arcade Rally X, 191,710 points.
Awesome score. I've been trying to beat that record for a while, which was at 180. Congratulations to him.
Yeah, that's a good
I'll
game.
probably put
That's
down the
fun.
controller on that game and officially retire.
Really?
He's the champion. So
I don't know, dude.
Well, I'll still battle. Gal got 88. I'll still go crazy on.
Think you can get second place in that game?
Probably. I've been working on that one quite a bit. So.
Cool. What else do we have?
Oh.
Who's the next player?
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Mr. Submission himself,
Yeah.
Andrew Me from rural Wales, United Kingdom. On PC again, 4,297,015,000 on the anime board for Pinball Master. There's a cool article, and people have been talking about it. Pinball Sims and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're great games to compete on because unlike a regular pinball machine, you can't compete. You know, one pinball machine is different from another pinball machine.
If you're playing each other, you gotta be on the same machine.
But then if you play video pinball, it is the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very cool to compete with. A lot of people, Glenn, our other co-host, who hopefully will be back next week. A lot of our friends here online, we play competitively on some of the arcade games, going to have a tournament. And it's so much fun to play video pinball.
It's awesome.
So congratulations to him. That was actually a good score. There's many, many, many more records and submissions by him.
Yep.
He's the submission master, I like to call it.
Sim your mim, too.
Sim your mim.
We got Jacob Spring from Lonsing, Denmark. Arcade Metal Slug. Points. Single player, 2,761,200 points. Great score, Jake. Also, great game. Yes. Metal Slug spent a lot of money in the arcade when I was younger playing that
Trying to
game.
get the cart for my Neo Geo, but
yes.
And that's a really good score too, because I remember we've read Metal Slug back in 2012 and 2011 because it was very competitive
really
at that part. You know, it was a really good game, and that's such a fun game too.
And you know what? And because a buddy of ours had it for the Neo Geo Pocket, and it was a daily comparison. The arcade version of Metal Slug is the only version of Metal Slug I ever played that I actually think is a really good game.
Yeah.
All the other mods of it and all that stuff,
it's just not as good on a controller.
Nowhere near as good. Yeah, it's one of the few games I actually would rather play with a joystick in the arcade. It's just more fun. Yeah.
Congratulations to Mason Kramer once again on SNES for Super Buster Brothers in Panic Mode. 160,420 points. Very cool run. Very awesome once again.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Nice going. Got Jared Oswald from Saxon, Pennsylvania. Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Have you ever had a record in that, Mike?
Nope.
That's a hard game.
Nope.
Fastest total completions. He used Sonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you could use.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. Do you think there's much of a difference? Because I played.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do different stuff.
Okay.
I mean, there's.
I played that game so limitedly because it was so difficult.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't get into it. By that time when Sonic 3 came out, I was kind of done with video games. Yeah. It's called the end of high school.
Exactly.
Doing stuff out on Friday night, not sitting at home.
But he had 43 minutes, 48 seconds, again playing Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So congratulations.
I do have. I've never.
No, you're the reason I played it.
I think it's Sonic Knuckles too. I'm just
same here. I never that they included a new. I was like, yeah, I don't want Knuckles. What's Knuckles?
Yeah. It's like so they added Tails, and they gotta add somebody else 2 games later.
Yeah, at least Tails is the perfect add-on. Yeah. Tails was genius, but Knuckles is like, okay.
Congratulations to Mark Hoff of Ottumwa, Iowa, the video game capital of the world, for X360 Live Arcade, Robotron 2084, or 2084, or 2084, whichever way you call it.
2080.
213,650 points. Now, he kind of found it funny that I wanted his picture for the world record, and that picture kind of sums up his, I'm not really that good of a gamer, Mike. The only reason I probably got a score is because you can't get this game anymore. It's been pulled from the Xbox Live store, so the only way you can have this game is if you've already purchased it. If you've purchased it, you can re-download it, but they're not allowing licenses for this to be sold. And what Mark told me, because I was trying to get the game, same thing with the Joust version on Xbox Live, it was really, they say it's really, really hard. Like, I don't understand Robotron as much as many of you out there do. Or? I mean, this version is so much harder than other versions going on.
The arcade version is like impossible anyway.
And you hear this. Mark posted a score for Atari 5200 that hasn't been verified. Now, he will be the world record holder shortly.
Oh.
But then there's a few other people playing Robotron on the 5200. And I'm just like...
On the 50, God, you're talking about getting systems to work.
I know, and I go, that's an accomplishment in itself.
If you can find one working controller, congratulations. You can have every record.
I didn't tell you I gave up the dream. I sold it.
Did you really?
I finally got it working, and I'm like, you know what? This is not worth it.
Oh, dude, you got it working? Did you play a game on it?
Yeah, and it was just miserable.
Oh. Was that lousy?
Plaza has one.
So okay. Yeah.
But I just
TV for one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Plaza, the guy who no one knows who he is.
So, congratulations to Mark. Also, one of the earliest people helping out Twin Galaxies. Still always have our hats off to him in the very early helping Walter out. Still helps Walter out with the awesome trading cards, the Walter Day video game trading cards. So
who else do we got? We got Matthew Felix from Merced, California, USA. That's the one in the United States.
Thank you. Or North America.
Whatever. Well, not really. That's Canada too, man. All right.
Mexico.
Well, I'm just saying. That's why I said United States.
Sorry for interrupting.
Come on, man. For the Nintendo Wii Super Smash Bros. Brawl Stadium Target Smash Level 1 Mario, 13.3 seconds.
And he's going through the database, basically just smashing all those records.
Oh,
get it smashed, yeah.
Smash brothering those records.
I mean, there is other faster times on YouTube's, but he has quite a few fastest that I've never seen before. So awesome to him. He's doing a great job submitting some records. Where are we going here? Oh, give me the tough one. Charles Alhert.
I haven't butchered yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher the city name. Charles Alhert from Porto Alegre.
I was gonna say Alegre, probably.
Yeah, I forgot what RS is.
Porto Alegre.
From Brazil. We'll just say from Brazil. I'm sorry.
A Providence in Brazil.
SNES Donkey Kong Country, the competition pack. NTSC.
Oh, that's because it is out of country, though.
Yeah, I know, but he probably brought the system.
I'm just saying.
Or he bought it import.
That's why it's on there.
Twin Galaxies Extreme Settings, 4,081 points, crushing the previous world record.
Actually, I think that one was a reprogram, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yep.
The competition pack was.
Yeah.
Right. I think you used a Donkey Kong Country cart and then had a reprogram for the competition version.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not that knowledgeable on that. I just watch the score. Yeah, because it is weird when you watch the gameplay.
I just read the copy, okay?
That's why that's why Don's here. Don is here to provide the commentary that
these guys say stuff. I explain.
I correct them.
Yes, which is good.
Congratulations to Charles. I think it's his first world record as well.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh wait, who do we got now, Mike? Is that Corey Chambers from Bay City, Michigan?
That's right.
The local kid. Nintendo Entertainment System. Spelunker. Points, 805,200 points. That is a game I am not familiar with, I'm not going to lie. But I've heard of the system.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I think I have one at my house.
Do you play it?
No, because I can't find any of the cords for it. I found the Nintendo, and I have no idea how to. Yeah.
I kind of announced this last week, but I thought it was pretty awesome. Battletoads, 1,124 points from Patrick Wheeler from Texas. Awesome score. Awesome gameplay.
Game ever.
Probably the third hard. Well, it's a little bit different.
No, I know.
It's like a
so hard.
I think it's harder than Turtles or Simpsons.
I've beat Turtles though.
With what, like 10 quarters or something?
I'm talking about the Nintendo Turtles.
Oh, okay.
I know this is me. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
I think he was a big help.
You didn't
in
say
the
his name,
Olympic.
though.
No, he said Patrick Wheeler.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Pat 999, I think, is his username.
Oh, okay.
So.
The Ball, Texas.
And the last one, which I thought was awesome.
Greg Elizondo from Porterville, California. Arcade Bubbles, 1,615,980 points.
Yes, very cool game, very fun to watch. And I think it's one of the funnest games to play. I mean, I remember when I was young and I looked at it like, what the heck, what am I going to play in a sync for? But it is very cool. Very precise game if you're good with the joystick. And Greg, we've talked to Greg, and he'll probably come on our show, talk about his record.
Oh, great.
Probably his machine there. He's a collector as well. Takes care of them, sells them. So we'll have a little chat with him maybe next week, the week after. But it was a 6 score. Yes, you guys are saying damn nice. Yeah, it's a sweet game. Great run. And if you haven't watched it yourself, go ahead and view the adjudication. Search Bubbles up. You can watch the video of this game.
So what do you think Greg would have to say about your search out of Donkey Kong motherboards?
I don't know.
You should probably ask him.
I've only talked to him via emails.
Okay.
I wonder if
he'd be all for what you're doing.
Probably not.
he's a collector, so he probably wants to see as many stick around as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like I want as many NHL 94
Definitely.
cartridges to be preserved and cleaned and make sure they keep existing on, but
Yeah, but
you know.
the less the merrier with Donkey Kong Canyon.
That's how I feel. Just like people feel about Shaq Fu, you know. And
Yeah, why does no one gets up in arms when we talk about destroying Czech Fu cartridges? But man, you mentioned one broken motherboard that you purposely bought and broke on yourself on your own, and people just go crazy.
Yeah. So congratulations to Greg. Congratulations to all the players, and there's a few more. There's quite a few world records. Like I said, we've been
hoarding them, right?
Yeah. We're gonna hoard them and just say them all in 1 week.
Yeah, we're gonna just like all of a sudden, this is the world record show. We're gonna read 200 records tonight
every week.
How many do you think it would take for us to take up the whole 55 minutes?
I bet we could.
50?
We could fill
Maybe
the
one a
rate
minute?
that now that they're going through. We could. I mean, we're going to be saying Andrew, me, and Matthew Felix a lot.
Yeah.
Nothing against you guys, but you guys are awesome for submitting so many scores.
Definitely.
Now, some of the scores, too, they just submit. Like Jace recommended all you guys do is it doesn't, what he's working with potential sponsors or whatever, you can ask him what's coming down the line, but he's telling you it's a good idea to submit regardless if you're first place, third place, fourth place.
Yeah.
Just get your name up the leaderboard.
Helps your overall
And,
score.
you know, I mean, that's part of it too. Like, I always,
At least
like
the
our
idea
competitions, we always talk about, well, who's the best overall.
Yeah.
I think,
That's really.
I don't know, I'm not Jace, but
Seems
the
like
way
that's what
he's trying to
what we're
build
going
something to do that. The Cyber Athlete
Sweet.
Index he talked about 3 weeks ago. You know, so that's why it's good for these guys.
Gives us hope.
Andrew, me,
Oh, it gives us
Matthew
hope.
Felix, Mark Cohen, they're gonna be up
Yeah.
top.
Oh,
because of
definitely.
How much they've submitted.
Hey, you got 330, man.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Not bad. Good
Not too
start.
shabby.
Good start.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm losing them quick, man.
Yeah.
People
well,
are targeting my bubble scores. Michael Dietrich's gonna destroy every Xbox 360 one I have. But as long as I still have my second, third place score, I'll be happy.
cool.
So
It's like he's going through just picking off like all your family members one by one. It's like Aunt Grace is gone now. Dietrich got her.
it's pretty fun.
Okay.
So, if you guys got any topics you want to talk about, or Don, I know you're with us. I don't see anybody else. Somebody's in, looks like TG Live 4, but black screen. Turn the light on. 4.
Can't see you. It's so dark. Maybe
quick,
they're in space.
Real quick to answer the question, Jace is coming on tonight, as far as we know, every other week. If I'm wrong, Neil will correct us here.
Bi-monthly. It's a bi-monthly.
Bi-monthly show. State of the
Or is it
Galaxies.
bi-weekly? I think it's bi-weekly.
You know, he
I
stole.
always forget how
You know, yeah, that's true. You guys are beating my bubble scores, and I'm quite proud of that.
Yeah, nice going.
Actually, I should read a record. It has my. Normally, I'm not for reading my names, but since there's 3 other names, maybe I should read. I'll read it next week.
Yeah.
It's the Billy Mitchell.
He's not a fan
It's
of.
the Billy Mitchell one we did.
Which one?
Oh, we did the Billy Mitchell thing. We did 2 scores.
Oh, yeah!
We
Yes, I remember
submitted
that. That was
one, our
great.
lower score, and then we held on to
Yeah.
our higher score while I finally submitted.
I
the
forgot
higher
that you
score.
were going to submit the lower one.
Well, I already did. Oh, that 4 years ago.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. I forgot you held on to the digital file.
Yeah.
Or was it actually?
It was a DVD.
It was a DVD.
Mhm,
Oh
yeah,
crap,
it's
man!
DVD. So, but who
Nice.
knows with the bubble scores of mine getting targeted? But that's fine. I'm not even number 1 anymore on most of them. But
Mighty
we'll
Fallen.
be reading some of those next week. I know that
Definitely.
for sure. They'll be through adjudication.
Have you ever submitted a score in 3D?
Yeah.
Like where they need to wear glasses to watch your record?
See, that's what I'm curious about.
I mean, because what if that happened?
With this new system where people are able to submit new tracks, and I hope, and Jace promises it won't be like Record Setter, you know, where
No
you can-
clocks.
or the community's
No
gonna
alarm
go,
clocks,
no
unfortunately.
alarm clock smashing at the
Yeah.
end of it, no. I'm the 28-year-old playing bubbles on the arcade with one eye closed, you know.
Not that that's
Hopefully
not
that's-
impressive.
That's
but
not going to happen, but I kind of do see some, you know, I'll use my favorite Sonic Generations in 3D.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, do you have to play in 3D? Is it 3D
should
only?
Have to. Sure. Is it Rad Racer when you hit select and you have to play in 3D?
I mean, it's cool to play in 3D, but you can't be like good. I mean, it's fun to watch the game in 3D, but like if somebody else is playing the game, it's sweet, and you're just
I'm sure.
But you trying to control in 3D,
does it make you just
screws
wanna,
with my mind?
Because I always just want to go like this when I'm like in the movie theater watching 3D. I'm like this the entire time.
You want to touch it?
Yeah, I do. I'm like, why can't I feel the dinosaur? But then I'm like, wait a second, I'm not making any progress. So then I'm like, should I go this way? And then just poke myself in the eye and nothing happens. But... and then I can't see 3D anymore and I have to take the glasses off.
That's true.
But then I enjoy the movie more. So
does this thing even work?
It's Super Nintendo, probably not.
Yeah, we're playing. We were gonna play some Super Nintendo tonight.
As everyone knows, Super Nintendo.
Corey, I believe that's you. Yes,
system.
We've done the world records and we've read your name.
Oh, you missed it,
You'll
man.
have to check it out on YouTube or the replay of our show.
Check us out on 10 p.m. Sports Center after the...
Oh, you know what? We should redo our show.
Start from scratch?
After FGC's over with, which I think would be like 2 p.m. 2 a.m.
just like Sports
No,
Sports Center for the West Coast.
We should redo the show.
Yeah, same
live. Like, let's watch the show and try to repeat exactly what we did.
I think that would be really easy.
And many people will still be up watching it.
Yeah, can we get a transcript? We need a stenographer. We need to get...
Oh, they got things YouTube can... What do you call it?
No, just,
closed caption it?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, so then we just read it off of a teleprompter. It should be great.
That'd be sweet.
It would be impossible. And mainly because the whole time we just feel like, oh my god, I said that?
And then you gotta say it again.
Idiot!
Then you gotta say it again.
Exactly. Like, you sound dejected. You're just like, oh, haha, that's so funny, Mike. Like that one time in high school.
Or just do it with no emotion at all.
Exactly. That would be even better. Or we switch spots. I read your lines.
That would be better.
Yeah.
You guys have to do it all again. Like, you have to talking about. It'd be like Inception at that point.
It's a show inside of a show. Or we're doing a show about our show.
I got a better idea. We put the show back here, and we Mystery Science Theater our own show.
That I know we could do, and that I know would be better.
Oh, yeah.
This show we're doing right now would not be as good as the show making fun of the show we are currently doing.
I think that'd be way better.
Way better. So that's what we're going to do. Tune in. What time tonight, Mike? When are we doing this?
It's going to be like 3 a.m. or something.
Oh, okay. Cancel that. We're not doing this. What game you playing, Mike? I don't think I've ever seen this game before.
I'm terrible at this game.
I'm actually not bad at this game.
We should probably fight each other.
Yeah, I'd win.
So slow for me.
It does look slow. I assume you're Blanca?
No.
Oh, you're Ryu?
Yeah.
Dude, why don't you just choose the E Honda?
And just do the what?
Yeah, just do the 1,000 finger slap, whatever. Yeah, I mean, no one has ever lost in this game using E Honda, so. Ever. It's why it's not, this game is great, but they have a character that's unbeatable. He's 1,000,000-0. So, I mean, it's
just a cheating thing. He's too strong.
I even put it on 2-player once, and I was Ryu, and E Honda was just
a standard controller,
and I still lost. I mean, I walked up to him, and all of a sudden, I was just getting slapped around. It sucked. But I mean,
did you sure you have a broken controller?
Yeah, and I mean, it's also possible a buddy was over, and I didn't realize he was playing against me. So,
okay.
Sometimes I forget that people are there. So. Come on, Ryu.
So what's up, Don?
So I wanted to share with you very important news.
Yes, stories.
Well, you probably can't see it. I'm holding up a Genesis Model 1.
Oh, you got it!
Congratulations.
Yes.
I finally got it today. Tomorrow's my birthday.
To the next level.
Yeah, next generation, man.
Next generation of video gaming.
It's like Generation Next. The Pepsi.
World now. It's all exciting.
Dude, that rules. You have entered a much better world.
Hey, give me your address in. Yeah, go ahead. and Facebook, and I will send you a copy of NHL '94.
Yeah.
I only got 30 of them, but
Oh, all right. I will send you my address.
sweet.
Wait, do you have more 93s too?
No, I only have 193.
Do you really? Wow.
I got two 96s for some.
93 used to be really cheap at Funko.
Yeah, 93. Well, yeah, oh yeah. Actually, they all are cheap, except nowadays people. All right, we're talking about NHL '94 again.
Whatever.
So did you hook it up yet? You realize you don't have Nintendo anymore?
I don't have a lot of games yet. I have more coming, but when I bought it with some games. Like I bought it with a 6-pack, so it has like a one cart that has like Sonic and Streets of Rage and Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi rather. You know, just the general pack. So I was messing around with that. I played Streets of Rage quite a bit. That was fun. Yeah, it's very good. It's very platformery, which I like, compared to the Super Nintendo. So I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Effing Ryu, that was horseshit. Sorry.
That's okay.
I won that match twice.
So something I want to bring up as
Sure.
a topic of contention. Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, I'm playing a video game, therefore all of a sudden
You were
I'm
like-
out the window.
I don't know if you were yelling at me.
Oh,
no.
no. I'm playing Street Fighter right now, which means
Nick's playing a video game. That's just bizarre. In the first place.
That's actually, I don't swear generally.
Oh yeah, me either.
Video games are on.
They're what make you swear.
Right? Yes.
Yeah,
Like
no,
a-
I swear a lot, but when I'm show I'm very good. Unless the video game, then I'm like logic's out the window. So I totally understand.
So what were you saying, Tom?
Before I
So-
completely.
One interesting topic that's come up is with Galloping Ghost Arcade Han, Pete Han. I think I saw it. But he was playing, okay, so with me here. He had a GameCube with a Game Boy player adapter, right? Which if you don't know is like the Super Game Boy, except it's a GameCube thing. He's playing actually Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy Advance game on the Game Boy player, which is on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then he's playing it not with the GameCube controller, but he's playing it with, he has an adapter that allows him to play with a PS2 controller. And the question was, of course, is that kosher? Is that cool? Because a lot of people were saying no. My argument was yes, but I'm curious what you guys think.
The controller thing. A PS2 controller on a Game Boy game. I don't know. That's really tough.
I was gonna say, me personally, I have no problem with it, but as a world record, like,
I mean, like this where it always goes back to me complaining and me keep saying to Jace, there still needs to be. I understand the community wants to shape itself, but when it comes down to things like this, we need an effing commissioner. I'm sorry. We all need somebody to either like or hate that sets the rules regardless. I mean, I really do. I mean, look at all the professional sports. Me and Nick hate Gary Bettman.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
hockey is better.
Sorry.
Hockey is better with one commissioner and
there's
a
no
rules
doubt.
committee.
Even if he is
than
basketball.
all the owners coming around saying, "Well, let's do this." Oh, this, and you have somebody who's in the middle, not competing, and says, "Well, I don't care. I think they be the most fair."
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree. A commissioner is an important part of any big organization.
But
What if
in terms of him playing on GameCube, I mean, I guess he's going for. I'm sorry, what was the game again? I just forgot.
Street Fighter 2, actually.
Street Fighter 2, is it a points run?
Points run, yeah.
A points run, I don't think it makes a difference if he's playing on. I mean, it might get him an extra combo or so, but I don't see the bad thing about, playing on the GameCube. The controller thing, I don't know. I mean, then like I said, it goes back to what have people done in the past. We talked about the Atari Sega Genesis thing. We can't prove that people have not used that in the past, but it is the future. I don't know. That's really.
We actually have Kool-Aid.
That has me torn.
What's that?
That has me torn.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, originally someone had submitted the Kool-Aid Man on the Atari 2600 with a Genesis controller, and I was like, no, 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 that you can't do that. And then everyone else said yay, and I'm like, okay.
Totally.
I'm like, I'm not, I think it gives you an unfair advantage. I say unfair, but like you said, we don't know who played with it in the past, and so I mean, there's good arguments in both directions. But now someone's playing with a PS2 controller on the Game Boy Advance. My argument, basically, effectively on the Game Boy Advance. And my argument is that the PS2 controller is actually, okay, so a little bit more history. The Nintendo GameCube Game Boy player has a thing where you can hook up an actual Game Boy Advance and use those controls. So you're basically using the Game Boy Advance controls to control it, and the only real advantage you have there is the screen size. The screen size is bigger. Emulation-wise, it's identical. The Super Game Boy actually speeds it up a little bit. The Game Boy Advance, from what I'm understanding, is basically identical to the actual Game Boy Advance. So, with that in mind, you could play. In fact, I ordered one, so I'm going to test it myself.
If you could use the original controller at that point, that would probably be, in my opinion, be the best way. Because actually now when I was saying using a PS2 controller, well, you know what? If he's using a GameCube controller, it's not a big deal. It's the same thing as using a PlayStation 2 controller. That shouldn't be an issue because he's not using the original controller anyway. So just because it was PlayStation 2 and not GameCube, that nullifies that. But if that has that ability, like I'm not a Nintendo. I don't even own. I own one Game Boy, so I'm not fluent or knowledgeable about that stuff. But see, this is why I'm always kind of pushing. This is a situation where things need to be reevaluated, possibly beforehand instead of afterwards. But just the nature of the beast with so many scores and so many people wanting to submit.
It's kind of the easier, almost always, especially with a big organization, just like, beg for forgiveness instead of ask for permission on it. See how it goes. If it's truly a disaster, well, I guess we'll talk about it after the fact,
Yeah.
I am playing this game so cheesy.
That's how you normally play.
No, I play video games and games especially. But no, that is a constant problem. I mean, and this dates back to when we used to first do our video game championship, and we've talked about it on the show before. I was pretty much dominant on Atari when we could use the Genesis controller. And then the second I couldn't use that Genesis controller anymore, all of a sudden was pretty much awful at Atari. So it gives an advantage. But the way I look at it is, and I know it's so much, do you want to set a separate, this is Atari with Genesis, this is Atari with Atari. But if everyone played with the Genesis controller, then it would be fair.
Yeah, like I said,
that's the way I always look
actually,
at it. And why would you not want to, in my opinion?
Yeah, actually, he's actually watching our show via phone or chat or something. He's like, yeah, I agree that if you guys in the chat there, that there is a controller issue and it should be kind of addressed. I guess this is another thing kind of to iron out, as time goes on. But maybe that's some more insight about these rules and things that we can and cannot change. Next up on Jace Hall's State of the Galaxies.
Bring it up, man.
Because I know that's been on a lot of people's minds lately. About we had an instance on Twin Galaxies where a score got through that probably shouldn't have, and the gamer himself actually asked for it to be requested to be taken down because it was either an error or he just didn't realize his timing was wrong. And it was taken down a different way. It wasn't done by a submission or voting thing. It was kind of a forum post. So I know that down the line, I don't know how close we are. Maybe that's will be my question for Jace. How close are we to a reverse adjudication system, I like to call it? We find a score that has been accepted, either an old score that can't be proven. River Raid for Television. I'm challenging you, Todd Rogers. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I got to get that score first before I challenge.
Great game.
I'm just joking.
Great game. Double R.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that score is attainable, but it's like, how does he do that? When did he have that much time to do it? That's the part that jugs me crazy.
30 years ago?
Well, when's that coming down the line? When can we try to question a score? I know the first thing is the adding tracks and getting new competition on mobile games, and probably the Wii U. A lot of games have been left out of the Twin Galaxies database for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 because really there's only a small selection before Airline Pete kind of put a big halt on Twin Galaxies database growth. So that's just me.
Yeah, is that you?
Anybody else got any questions or things are done? You got something else?
Well, I just the old Twin Galaxies, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you used to be able to challenge a score in the database, and basically that person was required to play the game live at some venue with a certain number of witnesses.
Nice job, Nick.
And achieve close to the score that they had in the database, or something to that effect.
Which is a fair way to do it.
That's a fair way to do it. I mean,
it's still very difficult, I think.
I'll play devil's advocate here. One thing is I'll tell you this. I've lost a lot of skill.
Oh yeah.
Okay, on some games for sure.
All games.
So I mean, I think there would have to be a time period type of thing when it comes to it.
Yeah.
But with the new adjudication system, I think that's going to kind of go away. I don't think we're going to need something that... I just think we just need some type of appeal system, is more or less. Maybe not so much
Coach's challenge, throwing a flag?
Yeah, something like that after the fact. I mean, it's going to be a rare thing, but, I don't know.
I'm not Dulce.
It hurts my brain to think about the things that Jace Hall is...
Oh, can you imagine that? Oh,
no,
my
I
gosh.
can't.
Just like answering. Oh gosh, I don't even want to.
No, he's probably sitting in his office right now listening. I was like, I got to do that show.
He's just like, oh my god, I don't have an answer for that one yet, guys. Come on, give me some time.
At least we prepped for it.
That's true. At least you can watch this and be like, hey.
I know what they're gonna ask. I'm gonna make sure I fill the whole hour so I can avoid the question. Wow, Nick.
I know. Look at that. That's some BS, man. Yeah, whatever, Dulcim cheater.
I would like that. I don't know.
What? If your bones could stretch like that?
No, you have to play live or something.
Oh, no, I would be... Dude,
yeah, well,
are you kidding me? Especially for the spectator aspect of it?
Actually,
it'd be like
cool.
The greatest thing ever.
And we have Twitch to do it, so...
No, yeah, it's not like before. It's like, you gotta show up in Minnesota. I know you live in California, but Minnesota's the place.
Gotta go to New Hampshire to Fun Spot, or you gotta go to Walter's... soup house. Or
yeah, the house of soup. Yeah.
When he's working, when he has free time.
You can just go out back in the truck.
Yeah,
but it's always soup cooking there, man. Yeah. It's a big old ladle.
Oh, one thing I want to mention, if I can, is the European World Tetris Championship. I'm sure I butchered that, but the Tetris Championship in Europe started today and is running through the weekend. I don't know if it's on Sunday, but it's definitely tomorrow. And the Super Nintendo version of Tetris has already run. And let's see. No, I'm blanking out. The winner was Terry Purcell, who's actually from the USA. And
Sweet.
Yeah. So
nice.
at the European Championship, it was Sweden. I want to say Denmark. France is going to be there. I know. With a lot of different countries representing, USA took it, which I feel kind of bad because it's like the European Championships, but I guess it's open to everybody. I mean, in that defense, the U.S. Championships open to everyone too. So,
Yeah, I think it's more like just a location thing, so more people can compete. Like I'm a fan of the Red Bull series.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They have the same events in 4 different countries, just so the spectators can see it, and that's what's kind of cool. You kind of reminded me of things I wanted to bring up. It's a month away, less than a month away. The Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yes.
It's kind of our favorite thing. We're gonna promote it because it is.
Oh,
it's not that we want you to go to make sure it keeps happening. We want you to go because it is.
Oh my, you'll have so much fun. It's ridiculous.
Exactly my point. And you want to talk about playing any video game system you want? They have like a historical room where you can
the
play.
Coolest thing ever.
some of the expensive systems that you'll never get your hands on.
You play a real Neo Geo. You can play a Super Famicom, a Mega Drive. I mean, all of these systems.
Atari Jaguar CD working.
Yeah, so the most important part.
A lot of things, a lot of pinball games, a lot of arcade games for sale. It's in Milwaukee. They have beer. You can walk around with the beer.
Too. We just drank like.
So it's not one of these, they're just there to have fun. You're doing awesome,
Sorry.
Nick. It's April 11th and 12th. Something going on Friday night. You gotta get something. I'm not quite. There's a LAN party going on the night before. They have music. The games are awesome, but the people are awesome. Unfortunately, we won't be there this year, but you guys can see him for autographs. You can get in Glendo. He's going to be there. And a lot of people from the Midwest that you may know of. It's kind of the Midwest where everybody comes.
Hence the Midwest.
Everybody has
classic.
Fun Spot. Everybody goes to Fun Spot for their event. Over in California and Seattle, they got their event.
This is our event.
We're Michigan, Ohio area. Iowa, that's our place to go. So hope to see you there.
Yes.
Or I guess I won't be there.
No, I won't either.
I hope you go for a
Yeah,
good
you
time.
should. You got to go to this thing. I mean, especially you get a room at the hotel. Oh my, it's almost too much fun. I mean, you don't even need to play like nonstop video games if you don't want to. It's just a blast to hang out with everybody and karaoke in the bar on Friday night, which was fantastic. My personal favorite part of the whole weekend,
But yeah, it's a lot of and vendor stuff too. It's pretty cool.
No, it's a blast. It really is. And some great stuff to. I mean, if you want to purchase some stuff too,
Yeah.
like how much stuff had price tags on it.
Everything
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, you want it, you could buy it.
Dang it! I was hoping they wouldn't bring up the new guys. Damn it!
What? You know how this goes, dude.
So
for those of you staying tuned,
I was hoping
Jace
you would
Hall and
change.
State of the Galaxies will be up next at 10 o'clock or 7 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys got anything. Hi, Matt. How you doing? Just seen you came in there. How you doing?
Good.
Working hard? So you got quite a few submissions lately. What's on your agenda now?
Just whatever I have.
What's the next game? What's your next prediction?
I really don't know.
You don't? How do you
Well, 'cause
choose
I got all
games
the-
seriously?
That for the Brawl scores and the Mario Party scores I want to work on.
Is it literally? I mean, you know what? It might. I mean, Matt will tell me what he does, but when I first started Twin Galaxies, it was just like, off the
Any
shelf,
game?
put it in the cartridge, see if I could beat the score. That's just how it first was.
Okay, that's cool. No, that's a great way to do it, really.
Or it's actually a great way now because you want to just get your name on the leaderboard regardless.
Yeah, just pick a game. Oh, yeah, no, I used to be pretty decent at that game. Let me give that one a shot again.
It's just I stopped doing it when I get like embarrassed. Like,
Oh, yeah, I bet.
oh yeah, that's gonna be a last place
Oh.
score. Yeah, I'll put that away.
Oh!
Interesting note, the character Balrog, for
Yes.
those that don't know Street Fighter, was originally in Japan supposed to be called M. Bison. So M. Bison
Really?
and Balrog, the names were reversed, yeah. M. Bison being a play on Mike Tyson. When
Oh,
they
that
ported it
makes-
to the States, they were afraid of basically getting sued. So
Well, since
they-
that is Mike Tyson. I mean, that is
Right,
not...
yeah, it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So they switched the names. So M. Bison became Mike Tyson, and so when you had like Evo in these competitions, people get confused. You know, like, oh, I just fought Bison, or I just fought, Balrog, and so they just call them Boxer or Dictator or Claw, because I think Vega's name changed as well, so they just call him Claw. So there's like a pseudo name for all like those three players because of copyright rules. Those little fun facts are why women love me.
No, we love them.
Oh,
we
that's
are
the
a
best
fan
part.
of the fun facts, man. That's all we're here for here. tonight. I mean, fun facts are why we hope you watch the show. We want to give you as many of them as possible.
Our show is really here to. Like I said, I'm still used to doing just a monthly show and not a whole hour live. But the object of this show is to not just inform you about everybody in the world record hold. There's just and entertain you for about what we do and why we enjoy doing it.
We're trying to entertain the hell out of you. You know, that's really what our goal is here.
So we should have some. If things go all according to plan, the next 2 weeks we should have 2 world record gamers coming in. Talk about some of their scores. Go over that, ask them a few questions, kind of do like a profile of them. And of course, announce some more world records and any new developments and criticisms of anything happening on at Twin Galaxies.
So maybe some criticize.
That's right. So
multiple criticize.
And we always encourage any of you. I know Matt and Don have been joining us quite frequently, and that's awesome. You join us every week, but we want to welcome everybody to the show.
We appreciate it.
This is not the Mike and Nick show. This is your show too. You want us to talk about something? Send us a message on the forums, Facebook.
Let us know for what we're talking about.
If you want Don to host it from now on, that's fine too.
We can.
This is
give up the reins.
That's right.
For a minute or so.
I have neither that kind of charisma or energy. I don't.
Well, see, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pawn some of it off on somebody. No,
I think Don just said we have charisma and energy.
We do have energy.
We definitely have energy. We got energy to spare. Charisma, always working on.
Yeah.
You know, not as much as Balrog here, or Dictator, or Mike Tyson, but we try, man. We try.
He's a little bit too. He's too much. He's too big up top to be Mike Tyson.
Well, he's too tall.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
Tyson was what, 5'6", 5. I mean, he's a shorter dude. This dude's massive. Given Chun-Li might be like 4. You have no. I guess you don't.
Her leg is foot.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, her legs are double the size of her body, which makes absolutely no sense.
That doesn't
the
make
second
sense.
I was just saying that, so sorry.
Like double the size of her torso.
Yes. Yes,
Triple.
and that's what I meant to say.
Ridiculous.
Her legs are 3 times the size of her entire body. Thanks. Boy, eat that Balrog. What you looking at?
Trying to see what time we got.
Oh, it says 9:53 Eastern.
Eastern time. We probably got like 2 minutes.
That's my guess. Is 2 minutes totally.
Cool.
Totes my go.
So I'm glad we broke in the Genesis streak here.
Yeah,
Glenn
definitely.
would be happy because you know that
Just in time to bring it back.
Glenn
next
would
week.
always stream something in Twin Galaxies Live too. We always comment how bad he always does during the show.
He always says that,
He
which
always
is
says
like maybe
that.
he's just not that good, you know.
Yeah, he's just not that good.
Whoa. I think if now I'm calling him M. Bison.
Now you're calling it.
I think if Balrog punched Chun-Li in the face once, she'd probably die.
1 minute, guys.
I'm saying if he punched us in the face, we would die. So, though Chun-Li's far tougher than we are, but I mean, I'm just saying that's a brutal thing. I feel like this now. I was gonna say it is weird with fighting video games. I've never heard I haven't heard too much backlash about like violence against women in these games because it is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So it is kind of one of those weird things.
But,
well, I guess you can play as, so I don't know. Fighting games are a strange genre, I've always found. I love them, but it's very weird.
The way they're created.
Yeah. And
20 seconds, guys.
Whatever. That's for a different show.
Well, thanks, Don. Thanks, Matt, for joining us here. I'm Michael Sroka. This is Nick Houslander, and we'll see you next week on Settle on the Screen. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. We do have a Twitter account. We don't post, so
just follow us for no reason whatsoever.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, don't settle in the backyard. Settle it on the screen.